Yeah! Cleave the statues!
Sigurd!
Don't look at me like that. I'm not doing anything, I swear. Spoil sport. Let's save. Woo! Yeah! And it looks like grow some plants. There are fewer things here than there were last time, I feel like. Woohoo! Can we do this one too? Yeah. Ding. Do it. You know, while we're here, and before we kick off the next segment of the quest, why don't we have a look at our journal and learn more things about things. Town of Ruins.
Our time at the Spring of Truths was suddenly cut short by the Dark One's minions. While we still have few clues as to Sigurd and Edric's whereabouts, Ruby and I were taken to a most desolate, horrid place. An entire village, completely abandoned and fallen into ruin. Any life this place once had is gone now, and even its former inhabitants now wander the streets as monsters, thanks to the Dark One's assault on Turovero. At least, that's what we think happened from the stuff that was left behind. Apparently this place was something of a border town between our world and where the four gods used to live. Yeah, I know, a whole town contained inside the walls of a tower. Sounds impossible, right? And yet, here we are.
I think I forgot the L and live there. The four gods used to Ive.
To make matters worse, I quickly discovered that my sixth sense, inherent to my race, was rendered numb, making it impossible to know just what kind of threats awaited us. Eventually, however, we came to discover the one responsible for sealing my abilities, the guardian of this area, who called herself Morsha, and appeared to us in the form of a young child. Creepy as hell. Lying little brat, you mean? Oh, boo-hoo. I lost my family. What a load of crap. She took advantage of us and led us right into her trap. I don't care how old she looks. I'm gonna wring her scrawny little neck the next time I see her. If we must. As she herself stated, the Guardians seek to stop us from reaching the Dark One. They have already proven willing to use not only brute force, but also our own fears and insecurities to accomplish this, and we cannot allow ourselves to succumb to their tactics. Right, and we can't let that happen to Siggy and Eddie either. So let's hurry up and find them before that other Guardian she mentioned does. Yes, let's. In the name of the Four, I will pray for their safety until we can be reunited once more.
That rhymed. I didn't know you were such a poet. Well, whatever. Alright, we already read the other these guys, so it's just Morsha. Just Morsha. There's only one more boss left. Morsha, the corpse child. His elemental affinity is undead.
A guardian of the town that once thrived with Turovero's walls, she appeared to us as a lost child at first, but it was simply a ruse to lure the two of us into a trap. And we walked right into it, even knowing how fishy it all was. Damn it, if only we weren't such suckers to help people out. We shouldn't blame ourselves, Ruby. This child was a monster manipulator. Oh, a master manipulator, even, who somehow knew our hearts, more so than I'd like to admit, even. Tell me about it. She also used those freaky dolls of hers to put all kinds of curses on us. Hell, she could even drain mana. It's a damn miracle she didn't kill us outright. There may have been a reason for that. She did not seem to want us dead, but to simply leave the tower. Why she would want to spare us is a mystery in and of itself. Mysteries. Mysteries and secrets. Well, let's check the spring and see what's next for us. Well, what do you know? It really is another spring. I wonder if this one will actually give us any real answers as to what's going on here. Is it time for another crazy montage? One can only hope. However... what is it, Edric? I can't help but remember what the Guardian we faced told us, that we may regret the things we find out in this tower. Ruby and Lelia mentioned the one they defeated saying something similar. So it makes me wonder just how much truth was in their words. I was beginning to wonder the same thing. But, do we really have any other choice? If we are to fulfill our mission and bring peace to this world? Then we'll have to face whatever truths this tower may be hiding, no matter how unpleasant they might be. Right, guys? Yeah, of course we do. Well, I suppose there's no use pondering it any longer, then. Let's see what this Spring of Truths has in store for us.
Look in the Spring of Truths? Sure. Go for it. Hey, that's us. Oh, brave heroes, you who have seen and suffered much in your quest for the truth, hear now the very truth you seek.
The terrible truth of the light slain at the hands of the darkness.
Oh my.
In the beginning, 4 gods created this world. Wishing only for happiness, they guided their creations down a path of peace and prosperity. Yet not all was as it seemed. Even the tranquility of their world could not quell the storms in their own hearts. One fateful day, one of the gods came to know the unthinkable, madness and despair.
Happens to the best of us.
Tainted by suffering, the gods' wishes for happiness crumbled until nothing was left but a longing for oblivion. One by one, the gods turned against the others, cannibalizing them, crushing their dreams and wishes, until heaven finally fell silent. Having devoured his beloved kin, the god took Turovero for itself, sealing shut the gates of heaven, so that all of their spirits would remain trapped in a fantasy of blissful ignorance. This is the truth, the unrelenting truth of the fate of the 4 gods, and of their fallen companion, the Dark One.
So the gods are all dead. The only one that's left is the Dark One themselves. Herself, from the look of that figure.
No way! That's not how the legend goes, is it?
But how? Don't tell me our enemy was one of our creator gods all along.
No. This is... But... that's insane! Why the hell would a god turn against their own kind like that? Their own friends?
Ruby's right. This doesn't make any sense. The 4 gods were supposed to be protecting us, so why would one of them... Calm yourselves, both of you. Losing our composure will solve nothing. There has to be more context to this vision that we're missing. More clues hidden somewhere within this tower, or... Now I just noticed the statue on the right whose head is ripped off.
Lily, what's... Perhaps Edric is right. Perhaps it really wasn't that simple. After all, for one of the 4 to have done such a thing, they had to have a good reason, right?
What? How can you say something like that, Lelia? What reason could they possibly have had to do this?
Seriously, don't you hear yourself? We're talking about cold-blooded betrayal here.
Lelia? I know it must come as a shock to you. You've always been faithful, more so than any of us even. But we have to remain steadfast and guard our minds from bias. Your loyalty to the gods must not cloud your judgment.
Yes, of course not.
I do not like her expressions, dude.
I don't want to stay here any longer. Let's just go. Lily!
I should have known this would hit her the hardest. She was always praying to the 4 for protection, and now... No, that reaction was no mere crisis of faith. She may be devout, but she would never compromise her morals like this. For her to say something so out of character.
Then you don't think something's happened to her, do you?
As much as I dread saying it, perhaps. When you put it that way, I can't help but agree. And if you're right, then we have to figure out what's going on so we can help her. Indeed, we can't afford to let any harm come to her. No matter what the cost. Yeah, that's... Oh, even her menu spread is different now. Yeah, that's not encouraging at all. Huh. So I wonder if this means that she endured the most trauma out of anyone? It's kinda hard to say. But she's the only one who's acting fishy. Oh, this window is broken now. The stained glass window has shattered into pieces. So it has. It's the green window. It's hers. Lelia?
No, it's nothing we need to be concerned with.
But the others are all intact. I think it's something we need to be maximally concerned with. But, oh, it's not like we can do anything about it, right? Red activate the motorcycle leaves the area? I suppose so. Nothing else to do here, right? Lelia. You do know that we're all here for you, don't you? If something happens to you at the spring, you can tell us. He's right. You can trust us, Lelia.
Please, Lily. We can't help you if you won't say anything. Everyone, thank you. I don't deserve friends as wonderful as you all. I just want us all to stay together. Forever. I'm sorry for worrying you all. We need to stay focused on our journey. Let's go, everyone.
Ominous as heck. I guess we'll see where it goes. 5th floor, the ascent. It appears we've arrived at our destination.
Yeah, but to where exactly? We've been climbing this thing for who knows how long, so we've got to be getting close, right?
I'm not sure, but I do know that the higher we climb, the more dangerous it'll get. Can you sense any threats nearby, Lelia?
Yes, I sense many monsters in this place. Powerful ones.
Then we can only assume that the Dark One knows that what we've learned and is attempting to silence us. Be on your guard, everyone, now more so than ever.
But everything's going to be okay, right? Because the 4 of us are fighting together. Lily, what are you? And if anything tries to separate us, I won't allow it. I will protect you all, no matter what.
Lelia. Lelia, please.
It will only be a matter of time before these evil creatures find us. Let's go.
Lelia, gods above, what's happened to you? Let's see here. America's Loves Blue, save your game? Sure. Well then. Does it say anything? No, can't check it. Oh, another circle. Curses, they found us already. Be on your guard, everyone.
I knew it. I knew they would come for you all. But I won't let them have you. I won't.
Monsters! Ah, look at them all! Slimes, bats, and spiders! Horde Crusher. Let's see. Let's see. Undead enemies and griefers. Doesn't really say it's... I mean, it's only good against undead. Do I have something better I could use? Is my phone ringing right now? I can't do anything about it. I'm recording. God, leave a message. So earth damage. What would... I'm trying to remember. Like, the slimes are water, which means they're weak to fire. The bats were wind, so they're weak to ice. Or no, they would be weak to... What, water? Is that how that do? I'll go tree a spider. You can, probably just burn a slime. Honestly, I don't know why I'm trying so hard. Sigurd's probably just gonna wipe them out with one big swing of his sword. You know, we'll Arrow Storm and see who survives. Oh, are they tougher now? Then again, I don't remember how much damage they could handle before. They do seem to be a bit tankier than they were, though. These must be souped-up versions of the same monsters. Is it just me, or did Lilia take, like, an inordinate amount more damage than the rest of them? Oh, well, whatever. I guess I should be taking them a little bit more seriously, huh? Oh, sorry, I didn't make sure I was actually getting slime with that. Oh, I got poisoned. Alright, that one's gone. That Horde Crusher, though. Alright, do it again. You. Purify Edric. Edric. I wish your spells hit more than one thing sometimes. Hit a bat with that. And I guess you can flame arrow the remaining slime. Is that it? Oh, the spiders are still hanging on, which is kind of astonishing, really. Dual Strike. You should probably heal Edric. Maybe Edric should... I don't remember what works on spiders. I'm gonna Thunderclap him just because I feel like it. And you can Arrow Storm. I guess she really didn't like Spider Bee. Silk Shield. Defense up. That's no good. Well, I'm glad it died to the Lightning Bolt. Heal yourself. There, sure, Thunderclap, Flame Arrow, it's whatever. Got him. She learned Earthquake.